you excited to be a big brother?
Yes, super.
I just wanted to show you guys, I'm currently sitting on my bed right now. I have the curtains looking like a nice little, you know, background. And Jack is just so confused. I like have my ring light up here and just, he's like, what's going on? So, I wanted to share with you guys, how it feels for me personally to finally be pregnant and give you guys my honest take on it. For those of you who don't know, Sean and I, who is my husband, now we got married this year, June 10th, 2020. What a crazy year to get married. We've been together for 10 years, no breakups whatsoever, no kids. This is our first kid on the way. We are super, super excited. We were trying for 2 years to get pregnant. Well, first for us, it was kind of like, you know, if it happens, it happens. And I think we low-key did want it to happen, but we just like weren't saying it, but because we were definitely being careless, if you know what I mean. And then eventually it became to the point where like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, and then a year. Oh, so yeah, it's kind of crazy that it didn't happen yet. Like, what's going on? And of course, I think women start to fear it first. I was worried that I was not going to be able to get pregnant because I know infertility is more common than what we realize, and I never thought that I would even experience the scare of that. Obviously, when we first started, like, you know, trying, I wasn't really that like worried. I'm not gonna lie, the first time though that we actually like tried, you know what I'm saying? Well, we did try. You either try or you don't, like whatever. But the first time, like, and then I got my period like the next month, I was like super shocked. But then I did some more research and I realized that, okay, there is like a certain window and, you know, it's not like just super easy for people. So I didn't like freak out. But I was really shocked that, you know, we weren't pregnant. I always just thought, you know, you think sex ed, like, you know, you're gonna get pregnant like that. And plus I had been on birth control for like the majority of basically all of our relationship until I got off of it. And we decided like, hey, you know, like I don't think we're ever gonna really be ready to have a kid, but I know like we're mentally ready and like we'll get ready to have a baby, and like we know we want to have a baby and we don't want to be too old when we have a baby. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I wanted to have a kid before I was 30. Now that I am pregnant now, I actually do think, you know, like 30, 31, 32, maybe it wouldn't be that bad. I'm 27 right now. Anyways, so yeah, got pregnant. Wait, I'm like rushing into this shit. My whole point is that it wasn't easy for us to get pregnant. I just want to make sure I don't have anything on my face or I don't look crazy, because like when I tend to try to connect with you guys, then I end up looking like an idiot here. And then editing me is like, why didn't you pay attention to the signs? Why didn't you look? But I don't look crazy yet, unless I just can't see it. Get to the point. I swear, I feel like I have like some strong ADHD going on right now, and that's why it's also been really hard for me to make videos. Anyways, so it was not easy for us to get pregnant. I know that 2 years is not that long compared to other people, but it's longer than a lot of other people. Like some people, it takes them 6 months. Some people, it takes them the first try. They say that, you know, once you're trying for a year, if it hasn't happened, that's when you should go to the doctor about it. You know, I was gonna do that like 2021. I was gonna go to the doctor if like we weren't pregnant by this year. Granted, Corona did kind of change things. I don't think I would have like really like rushed it like that. I think I would have been like, let's kind of wait till things like simmer down, even though we were still definitely being super unsafe, and definitely kind of every time I would get my period would be like, oh, that kind of sucks. Like, damn. You know, I'm super happy and grateful to be pregnant, and I did take this supplement, which I will link somewhere like in the description, that I think that may have helped me get pregnant, because I did start to get like a little antsy, because at this point it was like, I want to get pregnant just to know that I can get pregnant. The more it wasn't happening, the more I was like, oh my god, dude, like this really could be a situation, like we might actually have to take like other alternatives. And that was really scary for me, because I know that things can be super expensive to do, like in vitro, I think that's what it's called, or like doing adoption, things like that, that like I was really not ready to even think about, because I was always thinking when me and Sean were together, I've been with him since I was 17. He's been with me since he was 20. Again, 10 years, people. I was always thinking, man, like, I can't wait until we do have a kid together. It's going to be mixed with a little bit of me and a little bit of him. And it's going to just be like our bundle of joy. And just, we're going to just be such great parents together. And it's just going to be a whole new journey for us, like, when we do take that leap. I'm so happy we did wait. Just worrying about that not happening was like terrifying. People that are, you know, struggling with infertility, or if you've never have, just know that you're super lucky, because it's very stressful and it's very scary. And I don't know if this would even be considered as something as infertility, because I did end up getting pregnant, but it wasn't easy. Honestly, it almost feels like an act of God, because I got pregnant like, so my last period was June 20th. We got married June 10th, okay? Keep in mind, like I said, we've been together for 10 years, got married on our 10-year anniversary. Then like a few weeks later, I got pregnant, which was crazy, because it's like, it almost feels like I got pregnant like just because like we got married, but no, we could have been pregnant at any point in time within like those 2 years, you know? So that is crazy. Being pregnant, I didn't realize that I was gonna have so many emotions, because I just was chasing that pregnancy. I was super excited, super grateful. I felt like, oh my God, this is like a miracle. Like, I'm actually pregnant the way it happened. It probably looks like that's why we got married when we didn't. It's just like, whoa, this is crazy. And then I got hit with the morning sickness, and then just my first trimester just hit me like boom. Which was crazy, because I never would have realized that the first trimester could be so bad. Like, before, I had no babies and I wasn't thinking about like other pregnant women, like my other pregnant friends. And I feel so freaking bad for not checking in on them like that. Not saying I want people to do that for me, but just for the sake of like how bad it was. And again, trust me, I did not want nobody checking in on me. Like, I felt so antisocial, because I felt like crap. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to be around nobody. Like, I'm in sales at my job. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to talk to any prospects. Like, I was just like, don't talk to me. I just want to sleep. I just felt like sick all the time. Like, I'd wake up every morning throwing up bile. It was terrible. And my mom felt bad, because she's like, it's crazy. Like, I didn't go through that at all. Like, I felt completely normal. Like, I didn't go through that at all. And I'm like, yeah, like, nobody warned me. I mean, I've heard of morning sickness, but I thought that it was just like a little inconvenience and then it went away. No, I felt like crap all the time. It was so bad. Literally, I could not have been more introverted, and I'm pretty extroverted. I did not want to talk to anybody. If people called me, I felt like it was the biggest inconvenience ever. I was just very reclusive and just like did not fuck with anybody. Like, not that I was mad at anybody, but I just did not want to be around anybody. It was weird. It was weird. And then I was also stressed out too, because Sean, you know, obviously we had just gotten married, you know, and I was getting on his health insurance and we were waiting for the enrollment period to kick in. Then, you know, I got pregnant. Then it's like, okay, now I really, really, really need to get on your health insurance. To see the doctor, I had to wait 12 or 13, 14 weeks. I can't even remember. I think it was like 12, 13 weeks I had to wait before I saw my first doctor's appointment. They typically recommend that you see him at week 8. And I started worrying, so I'm like, I want to make sure everything's like looking good, So I was super nervous about that. And so the whole time I'm waiting for like my doctor's appointment, I'm actually worrying about, oh man, like now that I'm actually pregnant, like my whole life's gonna change. Like, people were saying comments that they didn't realize were even getting to me, and I didn't realize would get to me until after I was pregnant. Like, oh, you know, congratulations for this new chapter. And of course, like, that's what I always wanted. But then hearing people say that, like, and then just me visualizing like all the parenting struggles and things like that that are to come, and it is a whole new life, it did scare the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I started feeling like I was learning about a lot of things I didn't take into account before I got pregnant, because I just really wanted to have a baby with Sean. It almost made me feel like pregnancy was like a cult, because it's like everybody gets so excited, like, you know, like, oh, like, you know, you're pregnant or I'm pregnant, and it's just like a super exciting, happy, beautiful, blessing thing. And then once you get in it, then you realize like the dark sides, which is, you know, just feeling sick, feeling like crap, just like mourning your old life and just knowing there's something completely unknown yet to come, and just dealing with just also me body dysmorphia, to be honest with you. Like, I started feeling like I was getting a little pudgy, and then I feel like people were trying to say I was showing, when in my mind I'm like, I'm not showing, I'm just like, I'm getting a gut, unfortunately, because I feel like crap and I'm not working out. I'm craving like McDonald's like a motherfucker. I just felt like I was being really insecure about my weight, which was so, and I knew that that was not good, you know, and I wasn't like deliberately trying to lose weight, and I wasn't losing weight, but it was something that was like so heavy on my mind. And I never thought that like once I got pregnant that that would be something that I would even like consider. You know, granted, I didn't want to like gain a bunch of weight being pregnant. You know, I've always like wanted to make sure I could like do what I could. Oh, I thought I felt him moving. A little bit, maybe. God, oh my God. I just started thinking about labor and delivery and I'm freaking out now. I forgot where I was going with all that other stuff. I will say though, like my mom had me like sit down and she had me watch this labor and delivery video, and I literally started crying, and it wasn't tears of joy. It was tears of like traumatic, like, what am I watching, Mom? It was this lady that was screaming in agony, like something I've never even heard before. Like, it was the scariest shit ever, you know, as she was giving birth. And I was like, Mom, like, why am I watching this? Like, I'm gonna have to go through that. She was like, no, like, well, she didn't get the epidural, you know, like you're gonna be able to get the epidural. And I'm like, hopefully, because this lady, she made it in the hospital just in time to like, they didn't have time to give her the epidural. And then I started learning about other people's like really traumatic labor and delivery stories, and I'm like, okay, dude. And that's another thing too. It's like the more research I do on pregnancy and just like post prenatal care and like, you know, postpartum, it gets me like, it makes me really upset. It makes me almost want to cry because it just sounds like too much to handle. And I'm sure it's like not that bad, and I know they go over all the different scenarios and everybody's different, but and I know this has been happening since the beginning of time, you know, and women have had way less healthcare and help and like knowledge in the past and have made it through, but it's still just like things that you're like, oh my God, man, my body's gonna be going through it. And I know that, but I guess like it's a different knowing when you're in it. Okay, it's like, you know, that like before, like you're not pregnant and you really want to be pregnant and you don't know if you can get pregnant and you're like, yes, I'll go through all those things. But once you're in it, it's like it's just it's a scary thing. Like, fuck, like I don't know, did I want to do this? Like I did start to kind of freak out, which I did not expect. But then when I had my first doctor's appointment, 12-week doctor's appointment, because I got enrolled in the health insurance. That was awesome. We got some good health insurance. I'm happy about that. And then I saw my baby for the first time. I was so happy because I didn't know what to expect. In my mind, I'm still like, what if I'm not pregnant? Like, what if that was like a false positive? And what if this just is all in my head? Like, what if this isn't really what it is? So I did kind of worry about that, you know, because again, for so long, I didn't think I could get pregnant. Like a month before I got pregnant, I was really feeling it in my bones, like I'm infertile. And I was starting to try to like cope with like the possibility of not being able to have a kid, not being able to have a baby, which that was going to be really hard. But I was really feeling like that. I was really feeling like that. And, you know, it's so sad. It's so sad. That's why I'm so happy. I'm so happy I'm pregnant. I just didn't expect to feel those other like emotions being pregnant. Then I saw my baby in the ultrasound, you know, the little 12-week visit or whatever. And I was just amazed that everything looked good. It looked the way it was supposed to look. He was even moving around. And I was just so excited, and I just felt like he was a boy the whole time. And I've always wanted to have a boy. Like whenever me and Sean would talk about having a baby, we'd always picture a little boy. Even though like we would have been just as happy with a girl, the fact that we got a boy, that's what you'll see in my gender reveal video. I was so freaking happy to have a boy. It was like, because I didn't think I was actually going to get a boy, because I feel like you never really get like what you initially want. But then when you get like, you know, your baby, like whether that was a boy or girl, like you're just like, oh my God, how could I have had it any other way? You know, that's what I thought it was going to be like, to just like see him and just made it all worth it. So I just wanted to say, I don't know, I know I've been talking for a while, but I just really wanted to share my experience with you guys thus far. I wanted to kind of give you guys a little update on everything going on. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. I do just really want to document this stuff. I really thought that at this point I would have had way more filmed about my pregnancy than I have. And it's so sad that it has taken me up until this point to actually even post anything aside from a gender reveal video about my pregnancy. I've just been going through a lot, like I said, like just self-doubt kind of stuff with my content, because I do want to post just like more like talking videos too, because like I do like to do that, but then I don't think that a lot of people find that interesting, and then I take it like super personally. But I'm learning not to do that and to just like do what I enjoy doing, and you know, the right people will follow along, or I don't know if that's like the right way to say that, but and yeah, so I'm excited about this video. I'm excited about this baby, and yeah, Justine's coming here for Christmas, and so is Sean. So I'm so excited to have like the Three Musketeers back. We're gonna have a great time. I'm gonna do some vlogs, and it's gonna be fun. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And yeah, if you are pregnant, I'd love to know your experience with it. And if you are trying to have a baby, definitely check out that supplement that I link below in the comments, or like not in the comments, but in the description. And if I forget, remind me, because I think it could have had something to do with it, because I took that a few months before like I ended up getting pregnant, and maybe it had something to do with it, maybe it didn't, but I feel like it could have. The only reason why I question maybe it didn't, because I wasn't super consistent with it, because at that point I had gotten more depressed, because I was thinking like, man, like this shit's not gonna work, you know, like I just, yeah. But it could have had something to do with it. It really could have. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.